Keela and welcome back to Keela's Corner. Today I want to discuss the Coogler situation. Coogler, he is the director of Black Panther, Fruitvale Station, Creed. You know, he's a pretty known guy. And the incident happened back in January of 2022, but we're just not getting wind of it within the last 5 days or so. So I think the story broke on the internet around March 9th. And I've given it a few days to just settle in my soul, but your girl just can't let it go because it's just the things that I'm seeing and hearing that just don't add up. So I'm going to insert a clip of the video for anybody that hasn't seen it. And we're going to get right into it.
Put your hand behind your back.
Hands on my back. Got it.
What's going on, my man?
Trying to put money on my arm.
From what we got the call, it seemed like someone was trying to rob the bank.
I stated to the officers that arrested me that had their Glocks out. That I was putting money on my own account.
I understand.
I put my own bank card in there.
He's passing me a note, and I said, "How can I help you?" He said, "Look at the note." So
That's all he said.
Yeah, he said, "Look at the note." I said, "Do you have your debit card?" He inserted his debit card. It went through. He put in the PIN number. As he was putting in the PIN number, I was reading the note, and the note said, "I want to withdraw 12,000. Be discreet." And so when he said, "Be discreet," I'm like, should I say anything? I said, "Okay, can I see your ID?" He handed me a California ID, but my stomach was like so shook up, I didn't look at his name.
Do the money counter somewhere else. I'd like to be discreet.
I didn't say he was trying to rob me or whatever.
No.
We get that. Ryan Coogler? Okay, yeah.
Because of the seriousness of the call, you don't just come out, and unfortunately in a situation like that, you don't get the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, so we're going to start from the top. For me personally, he handed a note to the teller that said, "I would like to withdraw $12,000 from my bank account. Please do the money counter somewhere else. I would like to be discreet." And that just caused a frenzy for the bank teller. She stated that she felt nervous and she didn't even really read the note. Like once she saw discreet, that, she was just up in arms in her soul. And so when I guess she put the amount in, it like triggered something for the account, and she told the bank manager, she didn't feel comfortable, X, Y, and Z. And the bank manager told her to call the police. And I'm just sitting here like, so why you think he asked for the money at his account? Like, why did him asking for money out of his account disturb you? Like, nothing in you told you to take a beat? Because that was literally the first line of the note. I can put a still shot of the note in this video. And it literally says, "I would like to get $12,000 out of my bank account." Not yours, not Bank of America, not the money I just got sitting in the vault. Nothing. I said I want my money, mine. And he gave his ID, his bank card, and he had the security pin. And people was like, well, he should have pulled his mask down. She could have asked him to pull his mask down. Simple as that. She could have asked him to pull his mask down. It is still a pandemic. Even though people are acting like it's not, it's still very much a pandemic going on. So, yeah, he had his mask on. I heard, well, his appearance really didn't match. What does appearance have to do with you giving me my money? See, Bank of America would have been mad at me because, I can leave. I'll be back later to get the cashier's check for all of my money out of this bank. And at the end of the video, the officers were like, they couldn't afford to give him the benefit of the doubt. Why? Why can't you afford to give him the benefit of the doubt? People operate too often in shoulda, woulda, couldas. People love to say, well, you know, normally we can't do that. We have to stop doing that. People, they will hang off the rafts talking about laws and things like that. It's not just the laws. People have to change. People have to change, and that's just period. Like the way that people think, the way that they react to certain stuff, it has to change. Why are you it's like you're appalled that he got $12,000. Like, you're gonna have to make it make sense. And no, he doesn't have to look like he has money to get his money out the bank. And I could care less about, well, if you know it's a stereotype of how people stereotype us, then why wouldn't you do stuff to appease them? So they won't feel threatened? He could have walked there with a suit on. It does not matter if you automatically think I'm still being suspicious at the end of the day. And that's not right. We have seen people die for less. We've seen people die for less. And what you gonna do? Feed the family bullshit about, well, I'm so sorry, and I just thought that. I don't want to hear about your thoughts. I don't want to hear about your thoughts. And take the color out the situation, because most of the people involved in this situation were black and brown people. So take it out. That's why I'm saying it has nothing to do. It's the way that people react to situations. And it's just not fair. Like, I got to look the part to come get my money out this bank. And the first thing that the people do when they get on the scene, y'all go for y'all weapons and tasers and stuff like that because you think I'm robbing the bank. And the first line say, I just want my money out my account. And it's $12,000. You think that I'm finna risk going to jail, losing my life for $12,000? And be like, he could have called the bank sooner. Why? It's $12,000. You got 12. You acting like I'm asking for a meal. You acting like the man wanted $500K. He asked for $12,000 of his money. And he clearly stated he does it all the time. So, again, stop making excuses and trying to blame the victim, because he's the victim in the situation. He had to write a letter. Okay, so you telling me that you wouldn't be nervous and you probably don't got $12,000. But he wanted to be discreet because he didn't want the bank teller in a bank that could have been full of people to say, sir, did you say you wanted $12,000? Okay, sir, here's your $12,000 in $100 bills. In a bank full of people that folks get knocked out for $1,000. Hell, you don't even got to have $1,000. $400. You got to make it like, just stop. I'm sick of hearing it. Let's stick to the meat of the situation. Let's just stay on task, because it's just not making sense. Just say it was messed up. And Bank of America, from the bank teller to the manager, y'all dropped the ball, and I would need all of my money. All of it. Now I can call ahead of time because I want all my money out the bank. I want all my money out your bank. So, yeah. And it ain't nobody business why he needed the $12,000 of his money. But he clearly stated that it was to pay somebody that was working for him. So, again, which he didn't have to explain because it's his money. And it ain't like he wrote the note, like the note was wrote in the little clippings from the magazines or anything like that. It was on the back of a deposit slip. And then the bank teller said, she said, well, I didn't tell 911 that he was trying to rob the bank. So why you called him? Why were you suspicious of him? The first line of the letter said, I want my money out my bank account. She was like, I didn't even look at his ID. So she didn't even know he was Ron Coogler, which that shouldn't even matter. Or whatever. It shouldn't matter. But I can tell you one thing, baby. If they're nervous about Ron Coogler, we are all walking a tightrope. And I can tell you that for sure. We are walking a tightrope if they worry about him. So the lady was like, she didn't even get to that part. Just a discreet threw her off. And I'm just like, so that was at the end. It was at the end. I've heard people say, he should, like I said, he should have took his hat off. He should have took his mask off. She could have asked him. But again, I just want to know if he looked a different way, would you have worried about the mask? Would you have worried about the hat on his head? Why is it so unbelievable that he had $12,000 and he just wanted it at the bank? It's ridiculous of all the people that dropped the ball in this situation. Like I said, from the bank manager to the bank teller to the officers that responded, they all dropped the ball. Do you know how traumatizing it is to be standing in line waiting for your money? Next thing you know, officers are drawing their weapons on you because they think you're trying to rob the bank. Because you want something as small as $12,000 that belong to you. And the only thing that could be said was, we can't afford to give you the benefit of the doubt in a situation like this. What's the situation? Me having over $12,000? And I'm telling you, I would have even more because I would sue Bank of America for traumatizing me. Now I got PTSD. I need all my money plus some of yours. And then I wouldn't think that it would be a safe thing to do to come in the bank or call the police for them to show up while the bank robber is still inside the bank, because I would think that would lead to a hostage situation. But again, people are going to find a way to justify it. And if you do, you're sick. Because that's a mess. It literally could have ended a different type of way. And yes, it's going to, be a little different because he is a person that has a name. But everybody doesn't, that the police get called on for ridiculous reasons. And we're not, again, given the benefit of the doubt in any situation. You name a situation where we're given the benefit of the doubt. I'll wait. Like I said, it could have ended a different way for him. We have seen it, like I said, we have seen it happen before. Or whatever. And it's not right and it's not fair to tell a family, well, I thought I was mistaken. I'm so sorry. That's really messed up. And that's why I always say, I don't know why anybody would want to escape to here. We are literally regressing. It's not getting better. It's not. I shouldn't have to, when I'm going about my day-to-day life, I shouldn't have to think, well, let me make sure I do all the things to make everybody else feel comfortable with my existence. Does that sound right? When you're waking up and you're getting ready for your day, you deciding to step outside, you're like, let me pick some clothes that, everybody would be okay with. When I'm just trying to express myself, let me make sure that I think about everybody else as I open my mouth to just exist, to just, we're going to have to make it make sense. Why do we have to be so accommodating as Black people to everybody else? We literally are the people still try to treat us like we're the lowest tier of people. And it's just baffling. We have to ask ourselves, like, literally, why is it that we still try to carry on like we have to be so accommodating to everybody else? You let me know what you think about the situation, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye. Y'all, I'm so done with myself that I can't believe that I didn't mention this not one time in my video. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to become a part of Kyla's Corner. And don't forget to hit the notification bell, because how else you gonna know when I post?